join a call. I apologize. Paige. Good morning. Good to see you.
Great to see you. Sorry, my phone fell.
You're fine. It's being a Monday when it comes to technology. So we're just going to roll with it. Welcome to your first week in the Hormone Wellness Academy. I know there's some other ladies that are going to be joining us here in just a moment. So let me go ahead and close out some tabs here that are not serving me. Okay, so I didn't see, hold on one second. I have one of my kids interrupting. Okay, so let's see here. So I did not see any questions in the weekly check-in form. And so I'm going to give people just a minute or two to hop on. So what can I help you with today, Paige?
Yeah. I guess even just because this is my first one, letting me know like what this forum is even um like what to expect, I guess, from this forum.
Yeah. Of course. No, that is a good question because we do have a few newer people, and so that would be good to go over today. So let me see if I can do a screen share, actually. Sign out of that. So a couple things. So one, you'll notice in the group chat that Bree usually sends, well, not usually, she always sends a reminder post on Friday and Monday, just reminding you about the call. And in that post, there is, why did it log me back in? Technology today. Lord bless me. Lord bless me. In that post there is a link to fill out the weekly question form, and that just helps me to know like if you're wanting me to review your tracking guide information or if you have a specific question, and then for me to prioritize that question. But sometimes we don't know what we need to ask until we get on there. So usually what I end up doing, depending on who shows up, is obviously going through those questions, but then also reviewing tracking information. So you'll notice that once a week, you'll have like a form to fill out that is similar to the comprehensive hormone assessment, but we take that information and we put it into a Google Sheet, and then I review all of that information, which I will do that. I will do that for a couple of the ladies that have a little bit more information to fill out. So this call is not mandatory by any means, but it is like your easiest way to access me, I would say, especially if you're like, I'm having these symptoms, I'm, on week 3 and I'm noticing these improvements. What does it mean? So really just the best place to get that kind of one-on-one feedback for me. So let me go ahead and show you what you have access to on a program level though. It's going to look a little bit different if you're using the app, um, versus like if you're on your desktop. And obviously, this is like all of my programs, so just ignore that. But under yours, under your dashboard, it will say, let's see, did I hit record? I did. Okay. It will say my programs, and so I'm going to click on this, which um, is where everybody gets started. So I'm going to click welcome. And this is, I mean, you've already seen some of this, but I'm just kind of letting you know because sometimes it can be tricky to see everything that you have access to. So right here is the welcome video, and then you would click on this to give you the downloading your strategies and tracking guide. So this is one way that if you like love spreadsheets and you love to keep track of all of your own data, you can totally do that here. Otherwise, what we do is we take the form that you submit and we put it into a Google Sheet, which I will show you. And then as far as like group access goes, if you click on, I'm assuming this is what yours looks like because this is what the client side looks like to me. And so it's actually not showing the Hormone Wellness Academy chat for me, but we'll just say this is where the Hormone Wellness Academy chat would be. That is where you would see any like group notifications, group questions, or questions that you have for me or Bree to answer from an administrative level. Um, and then that's kind of what that looks like from there. And then what I will do is I will pull up a tracking sheet here, and I'm not sure if she's going to be on today. She said she was, but this is what all of that data when you fill out the form for the weekly check-in form of your symptoms, all of that data goes into this assessment sheet that I am reviewing, hopefully with you at some point. I can obviously do it when you're not here, but then I usually end up having questions like, tell me more about bloating, tell me more about brain fog, what's going on with that? So this is what that tracking sheet looks like, and it just tells me more about all of your systems that are contributing to hormone dysregulation or hormone imbalance, if that makes sense. Um, does that help you? That was kind of my nutshell, but hopefully that helps give you kind of an idea of what we cover on these calls.
Yeah, no, that is helpful. Yeah, just first call. So I was like,
I know. Like, don't
some
call
calls
on
running.
me. Don't call on me the first time. I won't put you on the spot. It's okay. But no, I just wanted to make sure. I'm like, while you're here, I might as well ask you if you have any questions. Um, okay, so for this one, I will go over Marge's thing here, and we'll just see if she ends up hopping on later. We can review it that way as well. Let's see here. So we can see the total score. I know she was sick for the last couple of weeks, so I'm assuming that's why some of these numbers have gone up. But we'll just go over a couple of things. So noticing that anxiety is fluctuating there a little bit worse before your cycle, mood swings, bloating. Okay, so anytime, this is a really good learning lesson for anybody. Anytime you notice changes to your digestion, like worsening of gas, bloating, constipation, diarrhea, nausea, any of that, always, always, always pay attention to your emotions and your sleep. Because your gut brain connection, I mean, 70% of your neurotransmitters are made in your gut. So if we're looking at anxiety, irritability, mood swings, then I'm always like, okay, we need to go back and see what's going on. There's definitely some digestive changes, and we can see from where she was at the beginning with having bloating, 6 to 7 days out of the week, heartburn 6 to 7 days out of the week to none. I'm curious what changed here, right? Because this will absolutely play a role in this over here. So Marge, if you do end up watching the replay, I would love to hear a little bit about what's been going on here. Whether or not that was a change in diet, or if you've been taking digestive enzymes, or just a few updates on all of that for me here. And so it looks like nausea is better, and then worse, and then better again. I'm curious about that as well. And then the fatigue. So I know that you've had sick kids in the house, and there's been a lot of other emotional big things going on. So my question for you, Marge, if you are watching the replay and if you want to chime in the chat and answer these questions as I'm asking them, just so that I can best help you, is what time are you going to bed? Are you having trouble falling asleep, or are you having trouble staying asleep? And if you're getting a full night of sleep, is the lack of energy from like you've had a full night of sleep and you still feel tired, or you're not getting good sleep and you're tired? Because those are two different kind of situations that we would need to work through on that. So let me know a little bit about that goes. I know December kicked your booty with respiratory stuff and then some medical issues with a friend. So Marge, again, when you get a chance to watch this recording, let me know, and I will be more than happy to help you get back to these really happy numbers over here. Also, it's not uncommon around like the 8 to 10 week mark, I kind of call it the pendulum swing, where, around week 8, you're like, man, I feel so good. I've got like my moods balanced, my energy's balanced, my sleep is good, I'm not having digestive issues. And then the pendulum kind of swings to what feels like really negative symptoms, but really it's not. It's just everything that was overcompensating for those areas of dysfunction now has to kind of work itself out. And so it's kind of like a speed bump along the way. So it could be a little bit of that pendulum swing, but I do want to dive in with you, Marge, a little bit deeper into um, some of the questions that I asked before, and then of course how it's going getting greens in, getting your castor oil, your probiotics, and all of that good stuff as well. So feel free to answer that when you get a chance. And then let me take a look at Samantha's here because I think she said she was going to be on as well. We'll see if we've got any updates from last week. We do. Awesome. Okay. Let's take a peek while it loads. My children are home today, so I think they're both on the internet trying to entertain themselves, and that's making my internet a little slow. All right, cool. Look at that. Okay, so you're already down more than half on your total score, which is amazing. Okay, mood's getting a little bit better, anxiety, awesome. Fantastic. Digestive symptoms are getting better. Let me take a look and see where you're at in your cycle. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good, especially for the week that you're on. That's awesome. Yeah, that all looks really good, Samantha. So let me know if you have specific questions or want to update me on specifically where you're at. But that total score coming down by more than half in, 5 or 6 weeks is phenomenal. So keep me posted on how that goes. Um, and then one thing I did just want to share, just sometimes when we get into a group like this, or for whether you're new or you've been doing this for a long time, um, we can forget like the tools that we have access to. And so I just wanted to reassure you ladies of what you have access to in the program. I know I went over that briefly, and showing you through a screen share. But a couple of the things that you have access to that really do kind of make or break your progress in this program, is the group chat, and then accessing the group coaching calls, where you have the option to be face to face with me, where I can help you answer any questions that you have. So the group chat is amazing because one, other women are able to chime in and help support you with wherever you're at in your journey. But two, I'm able to help you as you're navigating just the different nuances of hormone healing. And I can help you in real time. So you're not having to wait for an appointment with me. You're not having to wait till the next group coaching call. That is the best place for you to reach out for guidance and support. And also just recognizing that all of these women, even if they're, in different parts of the country, they're all here for the same reason. Different, maybe medical complexities, different, dynamics to what's going on in their body. But we're all here to support each other. And I keep a very, very close eye on who shares what, and that it's a very supportive environment. So please make sure that you are accessing the group chat, and make sure that your notifications to Practice Better are also on, because just in helping you to make sure that you're getting the notifications from Bree and myself and getting the support that you need. So I just wanted to make sure everybody knows what they've got access to today, and just see if there were any last minute questions that got posted that I didn't know about. I don't see any. Okay. I think that's all. And since nobody's on here today, I don't have any questions to like spring off of. Well, Paige, not to put you on the spot, but do you have any questions for me before we hop off for today since nobody else is on here?
I'm sorry, I do, but my baby's crying and I need to
Oh,
to jump.
okay.
I'm
No worries.
sorry.
Don't apologize. Don't worries. We'll pop in the chat later if you have questions for me and we'll help you out. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.